Hi viewers, my name is Jordan and I'm a digital film technology student in my third and final year. This video pitch will explain what life brief I've chosen and why, my objectives to fulfil working to the brief, what my idea is, its target audience, budget and my project schedule. My aim is to create a short film suitable to be entered into the Depict film competition according to its terms and conditions and submit before the competition deadline of the 4th of July 2016 and also before my summative assessment deadline on the 9th of May 2016. My objectives for entering into this competition are: firstly, to follow the rules outlined in the entry requirements section of the Depict website. The following 4 points are what I picked up on. I can only submit a film created after September 2015. The film can be no longer than 90 seconds, including titles and credits. My short film can be an animation, documentary, drama, experimental, artist film or hybrid work, but not an advertisement. I need to make sure that if I make it to the shortlist, that I have a high resolution version of my film ready to go. My second objective is to follow the specific film competition terms and conditions. My third one is that the competition opens this year on the 29th of February 2016. So I need to look to register for the competition. And lastly, I need to be able to submit on time for the stated deadline of my summative assessment. The benefits for submitting my film into this competition are that I get to work with the challenge of telling a story within 90 seconds, which will improve my own narrative skills, to practice working to a brief and working to a deadline in preparation for more future work within the industry, and to nurture the skills I have to a more professional standard so that they stand out or even fit in with professional work submitted from others in the competition. The target audience for my film is specific to the Depict film competition, which means it has to be suited to a wide audience. Depict also haven't specified the target audience or what rating it needs to be. However, if I were to put an age certificate on my film according to the BBFC, it would be a 15, meaning that it would only be suitable for 15 years and over. My reason for this is because of the imitable behaviour of strong threat and horror. As my film will only be 90 seconds, it means that it won't be long enough to dwell on the infliction of pain or injury. In addition, because of the themes of someone being hunted, stalked and attacked, anyone younger than 15 may not understand what happens and why. Also, they could possibly grow to either be scared and or imitate the behaviour displayed. So taking all this information into account gave me the outcome of targeting my film to people aged 15 and over. A woman is in bed waiting for her other half to come home. She's just about to drift off when she hears the sound of pots clattering in the kitchen. She looks up to see the lights from the hall downstairs beaming into the room and assumes that her other half is finally home. She gets up, walks out onto the landing and shouts down for him to make her a cup of tea and to bring it up with him. As she's looking down the stairs over the banister, a shadow moves across the screen from left to right and it goes unnoticed. She then walks down the hall and into the bathroom. She doesn't close the door and we can just see her in there. The shadow then moves across the screen, but this time right to left, and it's noticed by the woman, just for a moment, and then it's shrugged off. She finishes, flushes and washes her hands, exits the bathroom and then walks back to the bedroom. As she walks by a doorway to one of the other bedrooms, it's clear only to the audience that there is someone stood there, watching. It then cuts back to the woman climbing into bed and she notices a hot cup of tea on the side. Just as she smiles and reaches over for it, all the lights go out. Immediately she rummages in the bedside table for a torch and tries the button a couple of times, but it doesn't work. So she hits it against her palm whilst looking directly into it. The torch flashes on and we see someone in a mask behind her. They grab the woman and the torch drops to the floor. We hear a struggle and a loud hit to the head. And in the torch beam we see the woman being dragged off. My reasons for making this type of genre and story are that I haven't made a horror in the time that I've been on this course, that I'd like to experiment with my narrative skills through the use of cinematography, I'd like to be more experimental with additive lighting to create a mood and use it more to my advantage. And I'd also like to use the sound to assist in creating tension and suspense for my narrative. The locations to my film are simple. As the weather conditions aren't very reliable, I've decided to create my story around the location. So I'll be using my house because I have access to it 24/7. Also, as an added bonus, it's on a bus route for actors and crew members to easily travel to. For the equipment, I've comprised a budget of how much it would cost to rent the equipment I need over the 3 days of my planned shoot. However, I do have some equipment of my own, as well as access to borrow some, meaning that I don't actually have to spend any money. However, I do have a full budget breakdown on my blog, and I'll post the link to that down below in the description box. My schedule going forward is that I've estimated it will take a maximum of 4 weeks to complete. However, due to my own time constraints, I've decided to narrow it down to 2.5 weeks. Week 1 will consist of all the pre-production and the production. So the tasks that have to be done in the space of time in order are 1. Finalise the shooting script, 2. Source actors and crew, 3. Risk assess locations, 4. Sort out and gain access to all the equipment needed, and 5. Shoot and follow the shooting schedule. The following week and a half that is left will be for the post-production, and the following tasks for this are: transfer footage and create proxies ready for editing, edit together my 90-second film, colour correct and if needed, do a grade, export and edit for opening in Audition for sound design, carry out the sound design, then export the sound design to import back into DaVinci Resolve, and then link all the full resolution clips to replace the proxies, then export a version suitable to upload and submit to the Depict website, and then submit my film into the Depict film competition. So what I've just mentioned, all of it will start after the 21st of March 2016, so as not to clash with other impending deadlines. My estimated completion for my submission will be the 7th of April 2016. So that's my pitch. Thanks for watching.